I'd had a road accident in my teens, which resulted in years of ear trouble, but I could hear perfectly well until I got into my 40s. And normal hearing aids didn't help me, so I had bone conducting one, and it worked perfectly, and I was fine. Until my late 50s, I began to think that I needed some more help. So I went back to the hospital, who told me they really couldn't do much more for me. But I had heard of a Baha, which is a titanium rod. So I sussed this out and went privately to Kent to have it done. And before I had it, I had to test the equipment, and it was perfect. But after the operation, it never worked really well, and I think there was more damage in my ear than was at first expected. So my hearing began to go really badly after this. But my husband was a scientist, and he'd had this scientific journal regarding a cochlear implant, and I read it, but I didn't take much notice. I really didn't think I would ever need one. Well, at this time I happened to read the paper, and there was a person that had had an implant in Southampton and was highly delighted with it. So I went online and found out as much as I could and approached Southampton. I went down to see them and had the testing, and they said my hearing was too good. But if it wasn't, I could come back, which within a year, I suppose it was. It had got much, much worse. And I went back, and I went through all the procedures with the staff, who were absolutely wonderful. And I had the implant, and I've never looked back. Afterwards, when I was first switched on, it's just like a miracle, really, because somehow you've forgotten all about sound, and it's terribly difficult to realise that you're hearing again. And it sounds very tinny. And I remember being told, you'll get very tired because you're not used to listening. And I thought, well, I don't think so. But I certainly did get extremely tired initially, because all the new sounds begin to come back and you've got to put them in place. But since I've had it, I've never looked back. It's just as though it's just a miracle. You can join in everything again, and it's just like, I suppose, if you wear glasses, you put them on in the morning, you pop in your implant, and everything returns to normal.